I'm gonna say it. I was a loser until I started reading. Now, what does this mean? It meant I had so much ambition, so many dreams, so much potential, but until I started reading, I didn't use it. I didn't know how to use it. I always trying to be an entrepreneur and have my own business. I always trying to be a creative and write my own books. I always wanted to be a high achiever and improve my health and fitness, but until I started reading, I couldn't do it because I didn't know how. And if you feel like you're in this situation where you have all this potential and you really want to get more in life, if you're not reading, there's a reason why you're not getting it. Because you don't have the mindset to get what you want. You don't have the understanding. You don't have the skills. You're only going to get that from books. Do you know there are books that teach you how to change your habits? Do you know there are books on how to improve your happiness? Do you know there are books on how to improve your charisma? Do you know there are books that millionaires have made on how to build your own successful business that can make you millions of dollars? Do you know most people, when they get out of high school, they don't open a book ever again? And what happens to those people? Where are they at? Their life goes downhill because they think they can't change anything because they don't have the knowledge and the motivation and the skills to change that they can pick up from books. But what do all successful people have in common? They read. They read at least 2 books a month. At least 2 books a month. And it wasn't until I started reading at least 2 books a month, copying the successful people, that I started getting success in my life. But before I get too deep into this video, first, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. In this video, I'm hitting everybody. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're creative, high achiever, or all three, if you want to improve your life and start reaching your potential, reading books is how you're going to do that. I'm not just saying read like Twilight or read Percy Jackson or read some fiction book. I'm talking about self-improvement. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about time management. I'm talking about productivity. Books that can actually improve your state of life, that can improve your thinking, that can improve who you are. You can find all that in books. And of course, let me make a little side note, because I know people are going to be like, what about people who can't read, illiterate people? If you're illiterate, and like, let's just say in some other country where it's hard for people to learn how to read, literacy rates are high, then of course they're excluded. Of course. But I'm talking specifically people who know how to read, but don't pick up a book. That is just the worst mistake you can make. Because you can learn so much from books. I'm telling you, my life changed the minute I picked up Atomic Habits. My life changed the minute I picked up Think and Grow Rich. My life changed the minute I picked up .com Secrets. Like, I learned so much about business, about being a creator, and being a high achiever just from reading books. And of course, if you read books, but you don't do anything with what you're reading, then you're not really benefiting from it. But at the same time, at least you're still expanding your mindset, you feel me? But if you're spending all your time watching TV, playing a game, texting your friends, and you never pick up a book, and your life is crappy right now, like you're in a situation where you don't want to be in, no wonder you're in a situation. Because you're not reading. You're not unlocking the secret power we all have access to, which is getting knowledge, getting a better mindset, getting skills through books. Books that you can pick. If you're an entrepreneur right now and you have no clue what business to start and you're just doubting yourself and you're worried, the chances are you're just feeling that way because you don't understand how to start a business. You want to know how to learn how to start a business? Not by watching the top 10 businesses you can start on YouTube or looking up quick guides on Google. No, you can learn how to build a business and make it successful by reading books from other people who have made businesses and made them successful. The same thing applies to you creators and you high achievers. You can get so much just from reading a book. So if your reality is not how you want it to be, you can change it by picking up a book. And I'm speaking this from experience because for so long I had so many things I wanted to do. And I felt so depressed. Like I can remember back in college, I was studying to be an accountant. I didn't want to be an accountant, but I didn't have any other options. I thought that was the only path I could take. And I was so depressed because I knew that I could be doing more. I knew it, but I just did not have the information that could unlock that potential in me. But I'm telling you, the minute I read Atomic Habits, everything changed for me. Everything changed. The minute I opened up a book that taught me more about me, everything changed for me. And the same thing will change for you. And this is why I'm so passionate about this, because I could have been living a life I didn't want to be living. Like so many people are doing. So many people are living lives they don't want to be living. They're unhappy. They're broke. They're working a job that they don't care about, that makes them miserable. They have horrible relationships. Their health is declining, all because they don't read books that teach them how to think differently, and how to act differently, and how to improve their state of reality. That's it. Is it a coincidence that all these successful people talk about how they read books and have a huge amount of book lists, and people who aren't successful literally just watch TV all day and can tell you about all the drama and gossip going on social media, but they literally can't tell you the last book they read? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. So if you truly want to unlock your potential, if you truly want to get more, make a habit of reading. Now you ain't gotta read 2 or 3 chapters every day. If you read 5 pages of a good book every single day, you will be above 98% of people. Imagine how much your life would change if you just went from reading none at all to just 1 book a month. That means you would read 12 books a year. If you imagine what you could get from reading a book on habits, and a book on happiness, and a book on health, and a book on business, and a book on finances. Imagine how much you would approach life differently by reading books like that. You feel me? A lot of things will change for you. So, build that habit of reading 5 pages a day. But how can you build that habit? First, you want to get a book. I'm going to have my book list in the description. So, if you don't know where to start at all, you'll have that as a starter. But I highly suggest that you get a physical book, either buy it on Amazon or go to the library. Or if you really can't afford books, you really want to do some digging on Reddit, there's a library that has 1 letter in it, or you can get books for free. I'm not going to say all the juicy details because, I don't know who's going to be watching this. I'm not trying to go down, but if you look hard enough, you can find sites where you can get books completely for free. And the gist is, get a book, right? Now, when you have your book, whether it's on Amazon or at the library, or you do some digging on Reddit, get a book, put it on your pillow, or put it on your nightstand, on top of your phone, or put it on your dresser. And tell yourself that you're either gonna read 5 pages as soon as you wake up, or before you go to bed. So if you're gonna read 5 pages when you wake up, put your book over your phone. So when you reach for your phone on your nightstand, you can touch your book. That's gonna serve as a cue to get you to start reading. You'll open it up and say, "Oh, okay, let me go ahead and get started." Or you'll put it on your dresser, put it on top of your clothes. So as you go to reach your clothes, book's right there. Oh, I should read. You'll read. Now, if you're gonna read at night, put your book on your pillow. So when you come in your room, you're probably gonna be forgotten. Like, you probably won't even be thinking about reading. But when you see your book on your pillow, then you'll think, "Oh, let me go ahead and read." And that's how you build a habit, by just putting the book out there in front of you, so that when you wake up, you go to sleep, you'll be able to see, oh, a book, and then you'll just have that connection to read it. You feel me? And if 5 pages is too much to read, then just do 1 page. Because really, I just want you to build a habit of reading. Because once you build a habit of reading, you will naturally start reading more and more and more. But if you try to read, if you get ambitious, like I've always done, you get ambitious, you say, "Okay, I'm gonna read 1 chapter every day," because you just want to, you're motivated and you're fired up, you're going to burn out. You're gonna burn out quick. But if you read 1 page, you'll have time to build that habit. So then when you start ramping it up and you read more and more and more, you won't burn out because you built that habit. You feel me? But the gist is, if you want to improve every aspect of your life, as an entrepreneur, as a creative, as a high achiever, the best piece of advice I can give you is to read. All the successful people read, and all the unsuccessful people, or losers, don't read. Alright? Now remember, take action, stay consistent, make goals happen, and I will see you later.